You are now listening to You Heard.
Hey, this is Natalia, the creator of the You Heard podcast. I want to thank you for joining me on listening to this intro. This is just, setting the tone for the podcast and setting the tone for what this channel is really going to be about. I created You Heard as an act of self-love, really. I've spent so much of my time trying to figure out what's my calling and what's my passion and who am I supposed to be. And really it was right in front of my face. I have a lot of amazing conversations with a lot of amazing women that are out there that I've met throughout my life. And one day I kind of just woke up and very much believed that the conversations that I was having needed to be shared. Not only for people to listen to them, but to be able to heal from them, to learn from them, to grow from them, to be able to have these thought-provoking conversations with other loved ones. And the way that I found that I was going to be able to do this was through a podcast. I thought about maybe I should do a YouTube channel or, different things like that. And honestly, I didn't want to have to worry about putting my face on different kinds of videos and editing that and making sure I looked all put together because it's just not something I'm trying to stress about right now. So podcast it is, and I'm super down for this. I'm so excited. There's definitely some inherent fear. I'm not going to lie. But that fear just really comes from, is this community being built through conversation really going to take off? And, we all have this desire to be successful. But really, you have to evaluate what success is on your own terms. And I think for me, instead of worrying about if I have millions of fans, I'm not looking for fans. I'm really looking to have these awesome conversations with these women who I've invited to be a part of this podcast, to share it with those who are invested on this channel and are looking to participate in those conversations, to learn from them, to embark on their own self-love and healing journey. I really hope that all of the topics that I do bring to the table with my different guests really do make an impact on the listeners' lives. And, some episodes you may relate to more than others, but at the end of the day, you're listening to somebody's truth, and listening to people's truth is really important because that's what allows us to connect with each other. We're the human species, and the way that we have evolved, we are required to connect with others. And I think there has been so much in this world that has further divided us. And there are things that are very much in our control and out of our control in regards to that kind of stuff. But this is the one thing that I felt that I could control, that allows me and other people who are invested in this idea to bring people together, really through healing, through conversation, through just deep thought about the self, and being able and willing and unafraid to love yourself unconditionally. That's really what You Heard is about, is bringing these conversations forth that have to do with our day-to-day lives, and making sure that what we believe and what we do is aligned with who we truly are trying to be and who we are, and does it allow us to love ourselves to the fullest. And I hope that all those who listen are invested in the idea of going above and beyond to love yourself. I cannot thank the people who have supported this creation of this podcast enough, especially those who are going to be joining me in recording and creating episodes with me and sharing their truth, sharing your truth and healing and dealing with, your trauma and all that other great stuff is not always easy for people. So I really do appreciate those who are willing to be vulnerable and share their story, to impact and inspire and motivate and empower others who may be able to relate. You'll be able to find these episodes not only on Spotify, but also on YouTube. And I am going to be running a Patreon. The Patreon does have a 3-tier subscription opportunity. In those subscriptions, you will have opportunities to gain access to additional content. My bonus content is essentially just going to be me diving deeper into some of the topics that are going to be published on YouTube and Spotify, and also just kind of random conversations I feel that are important to have, and we'll be posting that to kind of, again, continue creating that community through conversation via these topics. Via the Patreon, you also have access to a subscription that allows you to have merch every 3 months. So if you're interested in rocking any of the You Heard merch, you'll receive stickers, a tote bag, a t-shirt, a poster every 3 months if you are interested in supporting You Heard in that way and on that level. At the end of the day, you listening is what matters. You being able to grow and learn and to really check yourself through the conversations that you're going to hear via the You Heard podcast is what is most important. And I thank you again for listening to this intro. You'll be having new episodes from You Heard every Thursday. That is my goal. You'll also be able to send me any questions, any topics that you would like to hear. You're more than welcome to email me. My email address for You Heard is youheardher@gmail.com. That's youheard.her@gmail.com. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me for us to continue the conversations and possibly even put them on the podcast for others to listen to, and give your suggestions. I'm always open and willing to hear them, because again, this is going to be a community created through conversation. So I'm ready and open and willing to have those conversations with you all. Again, thank you for your support, and I look forward to all of you indulging in the You Heard content very soon.